enough space or resource to go around. The details are trivial and pointless. The reasons, as always, purely human ones. The Earth was nearly wiped clean of life. A great cleansing, an atomic spark struck by human hands, quickly raged out of control. Spears of nuclear fire rained from the skies. Continents were swallowed in flames and fell beneath the boiling oceans. Humanity was almost extinguished, their spirits becoming part of the background radiation that blanketed the Earth. A quiet darkness fell across the planet.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Fallout History and Lore. At the request of you guys, I've continued this series into the DLCs starting with Fallout 3 and moving on to New Vegas. In the last episode, we took a look at the first two DLCs for Fallout 3. In this episode, we're going to look at the last DLCs for Fallout 3, starting with Broken Steel. Broken Steel, released on May 5th, 2009, alters the ending of the original Fallout 3 to allow continued play after the end of the main quest line. When the player reaches the final point of the quest, Take It Back, new options are given to allow specific followers to enter the reactor room. But the original options still remain viable. Regardless of what is chosen, however, the player will wake up 2 weeks later at the Citadel, having been knocked unconscious by an unknown energy spike. Sarah Lyons will also be in a coma unless she's activated the purifier, in which case she'll be dead from radiation poisoning. In those 2 weeks, the Brotherhood has been using the now reactivated Liberty Prime to root out the remaining Enclave presence in the Capital Wasteland. The player joins them only to watch Liberty Prime be destroyed by a devastating orbital strike. Taking out this new threat becomes the top priority for the Brotherhood of Steel. A short side mission is arranged to equip the player with the powerful Tesla cannon, after which they move on to the Enclave's massive mobile crawler base located outside the wasteland at Adams Air Force Base. After fighting through the base personnel, a control station at the top can be used to call an orbital strike down onto the base itself, destroying it. Alternatively, the Citadel can be destroyed, making the player a traitor to the Brotherhood of Steel. And that's the gist of Broken Steel. Point Lookout is the fourth downloadable content pack and takes place in Point Lookout State Park in Maryland. Unlike the other areas in Fallout, no bombs were dropped on Point Lookout, but it has nevertheless degenerated into a place just as unforgiving as the Capital Wasteland. Humanity has pretty much left this area behind, and it's now described as a large swamp wasteland. This pack has new enemies called Swamp Folk, who are inbred hillbillies that'll openly attack you with such weapons as shovels, double-barreled shotguns, and axes. Unlike the previous content packs, which simply added additional landmarks to the map, such as Broken Steel, which also added 2 very limited small maps, Point Lookout has a fully explorable wasteland. It was released on June 23, 2009 for the Xbox and PC. Also, unlike the other pieces of downloadable content, Point Lookout had no specific goal. Rather, it adds large areas for the player to explore, with new enemies and items to be found. One major quest line focuses on the rivalry between Desmond Lockhart and Professor Calvert, 2 scientists who have been feuding since before the Great War. Desmond has survived as a ghoul, while Calvert's become a living brain in a jar. The feud can be ended by the player in either Desmond or Calvert's favor. Other side quests include the trail of the long-dead Chinese spy and discovering the mystery of the Lovecraftian tome. The last DLC is Mothership Zeta, and follows the main character after being abducted by aliens when going to explore a mysterious radio transmission from the alien crash site. It takes place entirely on the alien spacecraft and is similar to the size of Operation Anchorage. It also, sadly to say, has a very strong emphasis on combat, as that DLC had. It was released on August 3rd, 2009 for the Xbox and PC. This expansion is a first for the series as it explores an Easter egg that was located in Fallout 3 and also in the original Fallout. The player receives an unintelligible radio transmission which leads them to the alien crash site. Upon approaching the wreckage, they are beamed into an alien mothership, Mothership Zeta, where they will meet the other prisoners who have also been abducted over the centuries. The player is then relieved of their equipment and locked in a cell with another abductee named Soma. With the help of Soma, a little girl named Sally, and a few unlikely allies from several different time periods, the player must fight their way to the bridge of the ship and defeat the alien captain. Once the captain is defeated, the abductees take control of the mothership to battle another hostile alien vessel. The player controls the death ray for this battle. Once the enemy ship is defeated, the player becomes the captain of the ship and can return at will, though most of the ship is locked down after the battle. Fallout 3 had a very interesting collection of expansions, some way better than others. From very combat-focused to story-driven, exploration, and each one had a very different feeling and a very different setting, except for Broken Steel. In our next episode, we go back to the Mojave and take a look at what was added after the release of Fallout New Vegas. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Fallout History and Lore. If you're interested in another History of Lore series, I've got a Battlefield series currently running, and I've completed a Battlefront series leading up to the new Battlefront game that's being produced. Well guys, if you like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more gaming goodness here on TGN, or head on over to my channel, TheXPGamers, where we support the modding community and all things modding. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.